What is your first memory of walking into my classroom?
Well, my first memory was I walked into your class and automatically you just already had something to say to me because I came in chewing gum, like a big wad of gum. And I just sat like wherever I was, I was like screaming at my friends and you're like, are you like this every day? And I was like, great. Good thing I only have her 1 day a week. I don't know, I just think that I already had a grudge on you before I even knew you. Just something about walking in that classroom, I just felt the stigma. And I just...
Was it the 49er stuff?
Maybe.
Up on the wall, the
Maybe.
49er schools? It's just, you're an inherent Seahawks fan?
Maybe. Or maybe it's because every Wednesday I'd walk in with a jacket on and you'd be like, you need to take that off.
I know.
You need to take that off. How does it feel being a teacher knowing that a student doesn't like you?
Well, it's puzzling because you don't know how, but I felt like as soon as you walked in, I felt like you were yelling at me. Like even you were, I felt like you were yelling at me and I'm like, I just met you.
Just because I feel like you get the worst of it because you're working with 6th graders. And like, sometimes they're not the most mature and they're just trying to find their way.
So as you were thinking about signing up for human geography, which is, a high school level class that you'd be taking at the 8th grade, so what was that point at which you're like, I didn't like her in the 6th grade, but I'll give it a try in the 8th grade?
Just because I had a grudge towards a teacher doesn't mean that needed to stop me. So I thought that maybe if I just sat here and I just acted like it was a new teacher, like new school year, new me, so I got to build a bond with you and really understand who you were and where you're coming from.
I am so glad that you chose to just take the class and know that I wasn't as awful as you once thought.
Yeah. I didn't think you were awful.
No, I'm just kidding.
With teachers, some teachers don't always get on that personal level with you. Like, I'm with some teachers more than I am with my family. They see me every day more than I see my mom sometimes. And I feel like with you really did, you knew where we were coming from. And you opened up to us about things like that, like growing up at home, the struggles you went through throughout the whole year. And so I think that's something that really helps me with teachers is knowing that when I learn about them, I know that they're just like me.
And we were all middle schoolers at one time as well. Mm-hmm. So now that you're in high school and you're kind of getting exposure to other classes, and what do you think you want to do? What do you want to do, not when you grow up, but what do you want to go to college for?
I don't know, something about you in that class really inspired me to be hands-on with students and to maybe change somebody like you changed me.
That does kind of make me want to cry a little bit. I'll be honest. That's really good to hear after 18 years of teaching and we go through those kind of ebbs and flows as teachers, and it's really cool to hear a student who wants to be a teacher because they were in my class or because of a classroom experience or because of how our class went. So that's really cool. I appreciate you sharing that. Yeah. I know. I was like, oh, don't cry on camera.